lies.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Body Bags. I'm MikeyFish Horror, and I am here to bring you another review. Yeah, this week is Splatter week, and yeah, dude, I freaking love Splatter. Dude. Three favorite genres is definitely the three S's, man. You got slasher, shot on video, and splatter, man. Splatter is just, I love splatter films, and yeah, I feel like I picked the perfect movie for that to represent that genre, and that is Bone Sickness. Yeah, from Unearthed Films, man. This movie right here. Let me tell you about this movie. So this movie's about it's about three friends, two of which are together. That would be Alex and I think it's Kristen and their friend Thomas. Thomas is actually played by the director of this movie, Brian Pollin. Anyway, so Alex is like super sick, right? He has this weird disease. They don't know what's going on with him. They can't figure it out, but he's like super sick. His best friend Thomas, however, works in this morgue, and he's kind of like trying to experiment with these different medicines and stuff from human body parts, basically. And so he's like taking out like rib cages and shit, and basically making medicine out of it to give to Alex to make him better. He's just experimenting with a bunch of stuff, but it tends to make it a lot worse. Alex is just fucked up. He starts like throwing up worms and shitting out worms. It's really nasty. And yeah, and then while this is all happening, it's fucking with other stuff too. And then they raise the dead, basically. And these little goblin guys come out. And yeah, it's just a crazy fucking movie. So the reason I picked this movie is because, like I said, it's Splatter Week. And this movie right here literally says on from Uncle Creepy, splatterific right there. And yeah, I mean, no words describe this movie better than that. It is straight up splatterific. That's all this movie is, other than the little bit of a storyline that they have. This movie is just plain. It's basically just showing what Brian Pollin can do with special effects. And let me tell you, this dude is fucking awesome, man. You know, he gets up there with all the greats. You know, like Olaf Ittenbach, Andreas Schnoz, I don't really know how to say his name, but yeah, with him. I mean, even like Todd Sheets, all those guys, you know, all the good guys, man, you know, and even the older ones, you know, like Herschel Gordon-Lewis and fucking Fulci and stuff like that. He really fits in there really well. He just does these really low-budget films. But just because they're low-budget doesn't mean he doesn't know how to showcase his great special effects. This dude is fucking awesome, man. He needs to be working on some high-budget shit. I don't know if he wants to, though. The guy's really into, like, low-budget films. Like, I think he just enjoys doing this stuff. I mean, it just goes to show how much he loves this stuff, because the graveyard in this movie was literally filmed. Like, he made a graveyard in his garage, which, you know, that's fucking dedication. It's awesome, man. This movie's just super gory, man. I'm telling you, like, you gotta check this movie out. And the zombies in this, you can tell he really loves his horror movies, because the zombies in this movie are straight reminiscent of Fulci. He's totally throwing nods at Fulci in this. And if he's not, well, it looks like it anyways. And it's just beautifully done. They're all like disgusting, like with like the cobwebs and stuff. It's great. I don't know. I don't think there's any zombies in this movie. I don't think the zombies bite anyone and anyone turns into zombies. I think all the zombies are literally just like zombies that come out of the ground. I don't think it's like an infectious thing. I could be wrong. I don't remember that ever happening where anyone turns into a zombie. I think it's just zombies from out of the ground. So they're all like decrepit looking and like kind of like barely any flesh on them. They're pretty skeletal, I guess. You know, they're all in their suits that they were buried in and stuff. It's really cool. Cobwebs all over them. It's really, really well done. I love that. And yeah, this movie's just, when I talk about gore, I mean, like, this is the first movie that always comes to my mind. This, and then, of course, you know, the obvious, like, Dead Alive and whatnot. But this movie, when I hear Splatter, this is the movie I think of. Maybe because it's one of the first Splatter films I ever saw. But, man, it's just, if you like a lot of blood and gore and just tons of death scenes, check this movie out. Check out any Brian Pollin film. You know, Fetus. I haven't seen Cryptic Plasm, but I think that's what it's called. I haven't seen that one, but I hear that one's really bloody. And then Blood Pigs also. I was going to do Blood Pigs, but I was like, nah, I'm going to stick to the one I like the most. Fucking Bone Sickness, man. The ending of this movie, I'd say like 30 to 45 minutes is just straight up blood. Barely any dialogue, just straight up gore. the entire time. This movie is fucking rad, dude. Check out Bone Sickness, man. Definitely check out Bone Sickness. I could not recommend this enough. If you like your splatter films, this is the one to check out. This is gory. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful film. Beautiful. A lot of people say it's boring, like the dialogue, which I can see where they're coming from. It is a long movie. It runs 104 minutes. But you know what? The ending it's a good payoff at the end. Definitely check this movie out. Bone Sickness is awesome. Check out all of Brian Paulin's work. He deserves it. The guy is great, and he's a horror fan just like we are, man. So definitely check this one out. If I had to rate that film, story-wise isn't too great, but because of the gore, it really... I mean, the story's not bad, though. I mean, it's a... You know, he's feeding his buddy, like, body parts and shit to make him better, so that's pretty cool. And there's worms and pooping worms and stuff, so that's cool. But no, the movie itself, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. But, man, I'm telling you, if you're looking for gore, 10 out of 10. 100%. Check out Bone Sickness. You won't regret it. Anyways, guys, yeah. I will see you guys next time, huh? Next Friday, huh? Yeah. Later, dudes.